The story of a girl who decided to write her whole story so that others would know what happened to her, and that some people would not make like her mistake and become vulnerable to the other world. One day, her father bought a luxurious house like the palaces of the rich, and it was strange that it was not expensive. The girl attributed the reason for that to the fact that the house was abandoned and needed a lot of repairs, as the walls contained brightly colored drawings, but they were corroded. It consists of 2 floors. On the first floor there is an American-style kitchen, a room to receive guests, the living room and the dining room, which has a very large table as if kings and princes were sitting on it to eat, and a luxurious elegant bathroom that still attracts attention in its first condition. As for the second floor, it contains 3 bedrooms, each one with its own bathroom, and on the roof there is a small and very beautiful room, as its ceiling is made of glass. Perhaps the owner of the house was fond of watching the stars of the sky. As for the garden of the house and its vast area, there are 2 front gardens full of flowers, but they need trimming and beautifying their view, and another in the background with a huge tree that seems to outlast the house, hanging with a beautiful swing, and there is also a place for the car and a beautiful lake with water suitable for showering. The study began and everything was routine as usual. The girl made in every honor of the house a cage with birds, and the view was wonderful, giving a sense of psychological comfort, which was reflected in her study and quick acquisition of information in record times. There was a small room in the house containing repair tools and equipment of this kind. The girl wanted to use that room and make it her small kingdom, but she postponed the implementation of the idea until the middle of the school year so that it would not distract her from her studies. Finally, the vacation that the girl was waiting for came to do what she wanted, and during the preparation and repair of the room, the girl found on the back wall strange and frightening drawings forms at the same time that have a bad effect on those who see them. Her friends, and after a while she completely forgot about the subject. She started studying and her friend used to come to study together, and if it was late for them, she would sleep with her in her room, which she calls my kingdom. One day, after finishing studying, the girl wanted to watch a horror movie. While watching it, the girl and her friend laughed hysterically and made funny jokes on those who were afraid of similar movies. Suddenly the girl heard a voice coming from the lake in front of the room. She held her ground and pretended to be brave enough to find the source of the sound, and went out with her friend, and then the girl, the owner of the house, imagined that there was someone in the lake, but when she directed the light of the electric torch at him, she saw nothing but a tree branch, then entered the room and she and her friend fell asleep. In the morning, the girl went to the university as usual, accompanied by her friend, and when she came back, she found her father telling her that she had not noticed a dead cat next to her door, so the girl entered her room and did not care, as she had a lot of hard work for the university. The girl spent hours and hours in the middle of the night and did not finish after work. So she decided to go to the kitchen to get a hot cup of coffee to finish what was left. But on her return from the house she saw a person at the lake and thought it was her father and went to him to ask him why he stayed at that late hour alone, but she did not find her father, but found a burnt person whose features overlapping and bloody did not see who his face, but his eyes all jot and fainted. The girl woke up and found herself in her father's bedroom, and he asked her why. She told him what happened, but he attributed it to her exhaustion with work, and then the girl started seeing him whenever she closed her eyes and went to sleep to wake up from the pain of what she sees in a dream and find traces of burns on her body. The girl decided not to sleep again and was busy with her friend on social networking sites, and one time she found a man claiming to read strange manuscripts. So she remembered the strange words, so she sent them to him and immediately asked her to meet him for necessity, and when they met, she told him everything that happened with her, and when he asked her about her friend, she told him that she had for 2 days she did not see her, so the man decided to go to her because she was in danger. The man called the ambulance, and when the girl was escorting her friend, he stopped her, telling her that they had a duty to save her and her friend. The man told her to trick her father to get him out of the house so that he would not be harmed like her friend, and indeed the girl succeeded in that, and as soon as they arrived home, the man muttered strange words on the girl after her, and when she woke up she found herself in the same house, but it seemed strange, and the tree is small and the lake itself, and found someone running towards her. He enters her room, and when she spoke to him, he did not answer her, and then many young men ran after him to follow him, but he had locked the door of the room on himself, so they set the room on fire, and when they tried to put it out, they could not, and after a while the fire was extinguished, but he was already completely burned. It is that man, the one who appeared to her beforehand and always tries to harm her in her sleep, is still alive. But these people tied him to a branch knowing that he is alive and threw him in the lake until the trace of their crime is gone. His father came and did not find the son and knew what had happened to him from the hard-hearted people, so he decided to retrieve his lost son, so he wrote those strange things on the wall of the room, which the girl had read, so she summoned that spirit to appear again. Everyone around him believed that he was haunted by spirits until her father rented him, and then the girl woke up and the man asked her directly about the location of his body, so she pointed to the lake, but unfortunately he does not swim in the water and the girl is afraid of seeing him again with that ugly sight. And in the end she regained her strength and gathered her strength and went down to the water and found him. She pulled him, the man buried him, and then life returned to normal as if nothing had happened.